In the quiet mountain ranges of Sichuan, China, a story of ambition and engineering has taken an unexpected, sobering turn. Where once a bridge stood as a proud symbol of human progress, it now stands as a reminder of fragility. The Hongqi Bridge in Shuangjiangkou, Maerkang City, was more than steel and concrete. It was a lifeline meant to connect isolated communities, to link valleys cut off by mountains, and to stand as proof that human ingenuity can overcome nature's hardest barriers. But on a cold morning of November 11, 2025, that symbol of connection gave way. Without warning, a section of the newly built bridge collapsed, leaving behind a massive wound carved into the earth. The bridge that promised unity has now become a symbol of concern, triggering a wave of questions about what really went wrong. Fortunately, there was no loss of life. Officials had acted just in time. The bridge had been closed to all traffic only a day earlier after engineers noticed troubling cracks forming along the nearby mountainside. There were also subtle signs of land movement, suggesting that the ground beneath was no longer firm. Their decision to shut down traffic may have averted a major tragedy. Moments after the closure, part of the bridge's approach span suddenly crumbled. The sound of breaking concrete echoed through the valley as tons of debris, soil, steel, and asphalt tumbled down into the ravine below. What followed was even more devastating. A landslide that tore through the mountain slope, leaving behind a deep scar that stretched across the landscape. Roads were cut off, and dense clouds of dust hung in the air for hours after the collapse. Initial investigations quickly pointed toward the mountain itself, or rather what was happening underneath it. Experts believe that cracks within the slope were aggravated by water slowly seeping through from a nearby reservoir. Over time, this seepage may have weakened the soil layers, reducing the slope's ability to hold the bridge's foundation. Essentially, while the surface appeared solid, the foundation beneath it was quietly eroding. As engineers and geologists arrived at the scene, a larger picture began to unfold. This was not simply a construction flaw or a miscalculation in design. It was a complex interaction between human creation and the powerful, unseen forces of nature. Continuous water infiltration, pressure from shifting rock formations, and unstable geological conditions together formed a dangerous combination that finally overwhelmed the bridge's supports. Officials have now launched a full-scale investigation to determine whether there were underlying issues in design, materials, or drainage systems. Was the bridge's foundation compromised from the beginning? Did engineers underestimate the local terrain's instability? Or were the warning signs of shifting land simply too subtle to detect in time? These questions are crucial, not only for rebuilding the Hongqi Bridge, but also for ensuring the safety of future infrastructure projects across China's mountainous regions. For the people living nearby, the collapse has left a strong emotional mark. Many remember the excitement of its opening. The bridge symbolized new trade, faster commutes, and better access to education and healthcare. Now, with debris scattered across the valley floor, that optimism has been replaced by caution and fear. Yet at the heart of that concern also lies admiration for the quick thinking and timely decisions that prevented a catastrophe. Experts emphasize that this tragedy must serve as a learning moment. China has made remarkable progress in building modern transport networks, but as environmental conditions shift, new challenges emerge. Heavy rainfall, fluctuating water levels, and changing soil behavior threaten even the strongest structures. In mountainous regions like Sichuan, where geology is complex and the weather unpredictable, a thin line separates safety from disaster. The Hongqi Bridge incident underscores a broader truth, that technological progress must evolve with the environment. Engineers now face a new era where traditional design principles must adapt to a changing planet. Beyond technology and materials, understanding local terrain, groundwater flow, and the impact of climate on land stability is now indispensable. The Earth is no longer passive beneath our structures. It reacts, moves, and sometimes resists. At the site, rescue and monitoring teams continue to assess the area. Nearby routes remain under strict supervision, and sensors now record every small movement in the mountainside. Authorities have pledged to rebuild, but only after a thorough study to ensure the same mistake is never repeated. For now, the once busy path remains silent, guarded by barricades and caution signs. Standing at a distance, the broken silhouette of the bridge against the mountain is haunting. It is both a memorial and a message that respect for nature must guide every step of progress. The fact that no one was killed is a relief beyond measure. Yet what remains is a deeper truth. The foundations of the future depend not merely on concrete or steel, but on an awareness of the ground beneath us. The collapse of the Hongqi Bridge is more than an isolated structural failure. It is a story about balance between human ambition and the enduring, unpredictable power of the earth. It reminds us that nature always has the final word, and that progress, if not built in harmony with the environment, can crumble overnight. As investigations continue and the people of Maerkang City wait for answers, one message echoes through the valley. Vigilance, patience, and respect for the land are as vital as the bridges we build above it.